January 5th, 2024. A map larger than the observable universe is released onto Gary's mod, a map that required the expertise of a highly experienced map creator working with 2 other people, resulting in a world so massive that most modern computers can't even open it without special modifications to their system. Shortly after its release, it goes mainstream. Countless articles are written about this technological breakthrough. Several popular YouTubers make videos about it, and many call it the official largest map in video game history. And I, a YouTuber that knows nothing about map making, made a game billions of times larger. And by that I don't mean technically larger, like I made a normal map instead of the player's 10 trillion light years long. I mean a properly simulated, continuous world that you could be on for years without reaching the end. Here's how I did it. First, we need a design. Wow, what a conveniently named software. My first idea was just a box moving around a white void with a grid to show you when you're moving. But there are 2 problems with this. There's no sense of scale, so no one can calculate how big the map is, and it's honestly kind of boring. But there is a solution to both of these problems. Real life! Now, what's a real life object that is designed to move at high speeds for a long time while also being free from any predefined path? It's going to be an airplane game. So, I started with an airport layout, which was inspired by this image, put that airport on an island, then I made an airplane, and put something on the ocean to show when you're moving, and that's pretty much everything. Oh, and to make sure it can be considered a game, there will be random green orbs around the map, and you win when you collect 50 orbs or something. And now, all we need is a name. After some research, I came up with Lemnisky, not Lemnisky, Lemnisky, which is a combination of the word lemniscate, the name of the symbol representing infinity, and sky, the name of that. Also, this technically sort of means infinite sky, which perfectly describes this game. So now after designing some smaller stuff, finally, we can start making an actual game. Wow, what a conveniently named software. This is weird. I started a new project, and the first thing I did was make my own camera system. I know GameMaker already has an easier one built in, but the way it's set up would require the entire map to be loaded in at once, which would definitely break my computer. Once that was done, I made a plane with basic steering, then added a way to change the speed and take off. I also forgot to add a speed limit, so haha, plane go brr, brr, brr. Hold on, I can't do the thing. Playing go brrr. This was a good time to bring the actual art I made, so I opened Affinity once again, exported everything individually, put them into the game, and now it looks 10 times better. Oh, and here's the waves. So now that we basically have a solid flight simulator, there's a few different things we can work on. What I want to do first is make the map truly infinite, because while there's no programmed in limit on how far you can go, it's still limited by the computer and how it handles big numbers. Which means that around 10 quadrillion units away from the islands, the game starts to act weird. And somewhere between that and 10 quintillion units, everything just completely breaks. If we assume our plane is about the size of, let's say, a Bombardier Global 7500, maybe a bit shorter, so 30 meters long, that brings the size of the functioning part of the map to 792 light years in length. Seems pretty big, right? Well, in comparison, the Gmod map we're trying to beat is 5 billion light years long. Yeah. So for this to work, we'll need to come up with a way to let our game handle numbers literally beyond its comprehension. And I think I have a good idea. This is the ultra number, a way to store numbers up to 10 to the power 41, except the computer only ever has to handle numbers it can do math on with decimal precision. With this new system, the Lemnisky map will go from 792 light years to 4 million billion light years. That's 700,000 times larger than the Multiverse Gmod map, easily making Lemnisky the largest fully explorable map in video game history. Assuming, of course, I can make this idea a reality. So, I started a separate project where I would spend the next half an hour getting this system to work and compiling it all into one script. And then it didn't work, so I had to redo the whole thing. But this time, I coded it in Python before coding it in GameMaker, which made it way easier to test and debug. Then I got bored and played some Bed Wars, and then I came back, and while I was coding, I realized there was actually a much easier way to do this. Instead of trying to make a really complicated counting system, I could just split the game map into chunks, and then when you reach the end of one chunk, it would unload and seamlessly teleport you into the next chunk. This is very similar to the system used in Minecraft, and last time I checked, everyone is perfectly fine with this. So after making a dumbed down version of ultra numbers called super numbers, which would definitely only take a half an hour at most, I finally had something working in GameMaker, at the cost of it being extremely messy and unpleasant to look at, but it does work. From that point on, it was surprisingly easy. I just put the current map in a box that teleports you to the opposite end when you reach the border, program the chunk level to increase when you do that, program the island to disappear when you leave its chunk, set the chunk and super number size to a ridiculously high number, and that was it. We have finally made the map larger than Gmod. And it only took a day and a half.